Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
Um,
Today we are talking traitors.
oh, yeah, that was scary.
Remember, can you hear my mom right now? So I have to yell at her and tell her to stop?
I
Or
know.
no? Okay.
Wait, yeah. What
Well,
did you?
sorry guys. If you guys listened to our last episode, it was like such a shit show because I was on the road trying to do it and my Wi-Fi kept going in and out. So yeah, that's never gonna happen again, okay? We forgot how it was for me not to be working in podcasting.
Well, I did try to edit the Wi-Fi issues as much as possible. And sorry, I just got distracted because Jacob had asked me a question. So I am so sorry about that. And so I don't even know what you said initially. But we are very much excited to talk Traders, one of our favorite shows. Um, what do you have for us today, Chantal? I know you really wanted to lead this.
Well, yeah, first, no, I want to go through each of the casts. I want to know if you knew them, what your take is on them since watching the first three episodes. But there's three episodes that are out now and they come on Thursdays. Am I right about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was so excited, guys, because I love more than anything not having to watch something live. And I love waking up and like drinking my coffee and watching this. And like I was eating it up. Like I was not talking to anybody. I was just like making Danny watch with me. I just loved it so much. And I think you were watching it at like 2 in the morning, were you? Like you texted me like 2 a.m.
Yeah, no, actually, I texted you at a reason at like 10 and you were sleeping.
Oh,
So
I just
that's
woke up at
correct.
2 a.m. and saw it.
Well, it's so crazy because Charlie woke up and she came into my room and I was watching Traders. And she usually, if she comes into my room, she just goes straight to sleep. And she was watching it. And it was one of the games where it has like the scary people. And I look at her and I'm like, go to sleep. What are you doing? And she's like, I like this. I want to watch it. So the next day when we went to the water park for my niece's birthday, Chantel, she's downstairs. She went into Peacock, pulled Traders up, and she's having Jack, her and Sloan watch Traders.
You're lying. What would
Swear to
she
God.
know about it?
I don't know. It was so scary, you guys. It was so scary. Yeah. Let's talk cast.
Yes, let's talk the cast. So, I'm just looking at like a list first, but of course, is this like? Do you think we have the most amount of housewives this time than last time, or no? You think it's kind of
No,
even?
I think
Okay,
it's even.
we'll go through. So the first person I have on my list is Ian Terry. He's from Big Brother. He won Big Brother. We didn't get to see that much about him because we'll get to it. But did you know him? Because you used to watch Big Brother, or
Yeah,
no?
I watched when he won the season and I really liked him. And I'm so sad for him. I was so sad. I mean, I don't know if we're talking about that yet,
No,
but
that's fine because we'll talk because there's some people
okay.
that are like they didn't really do that much because they did the traders voted him out the first he was the first person to leave, so he didn't even get to see a breakfast, he didn't even get to see any of that. But do you think that he kind of undersold himself because there was a point that I wrote down that he was like, "Oh, I won by luck." And like it's like they're all looking at you sideways. It's like you don't win Big Brother by luck.
Yeah, he should have absolutely not said that. I think that was the wrong thing for him to do. So, what we clocked is when he did get sent home, Tiffany Mitchell, she's like a TV personality. She's from Big Brother. So they had that in common where they're both from Big Brother. And she had said, like, I feel really bad for him because for him, like, this was something that was so that was so nerve-wracking for him to put himself out there, come here. And he was just so nervous how everyone would view him. And like he does seem, and if you watched him, he is like that. Yes, he won Big Brother, but he's totally like that. And he would actually humbly feel like it was like out of luck versus like him as a person.
Aw.
And then there was like Colton, who, when she said that, was it Colton? He was like, why is she, I think it was Colton. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but he was like, they were like, why would she question why he got kicked out? Like they were like just like throwing shade about that and saying like who cares? And it's like because she has a heart, and it's sad if she knows someone's kind of socially awkward, or it's sad if she feels like he feels that way, and then he ended up being the one to leave, and that he was so nervous that he would leave. I mean, what do you
Yeah.
mean? Like,
It
have
was
a
Colton,
heart.
by the way. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Colton who
Colton
said that.
pisses me off.
Yeah, oh my god, I can't wait to talk about him. He's like the Chriselle of this season for me. And if you guys remember me talking about Traders last season, because I think you were on vacation one time, so like I did like 6 episodes in one or something, and I like went off on Chriselle.
Yeah.
I felt that he said something when he got the letter. He was like, "This is kind of like a backhanded compliment. Like when you are the first person to go, like Johnny Bananas was the first person to go one time. It's like usually the smartest people. If you have good traders, it's usually the smartest people that they want to get out because like they are going to figure out the game. Like these people will.
I love that he said that too. I love that he he like put a positive. You could tell he was holding back
I
tears.
know. I really did feel bad for
Like, you know,
him.
when you're about to cry and you're like, please God, just don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. And you're like, you know, when like I've been in those situations and the most uncomfortable like thing ever where I'm about to cry in front of someone that I don't want to cry. And I'm like, I'm literally telling myself, please don't cry, please don't cry. And that's like what I got from him. But he's right. Like that is how to look at it. Like obviously I was such a threat to them. And he's like, I'm trying to think of what I could have done differently. But there's literally nothing he could have done.
No, absolutely not. It really is what it is, like what happened to him, and it sucks.
Should we like start with talking who the traitors were, except not the one until later?
Yes. Yeah, we definitely can. Okay, let's talk
The traitors
traitors.
that got picked.
Yeah, the traitors that got picked. So we have Alan goes around and he picks like like yeah, we'll talk about them, we'll talk if we're surprised or not. So he picks Candace Dillard Bassett, whatever her last name is, her last name Bassett, from the Real Housewives of Potomac. That was the first one. Were you surprised by that one?
No, not at all.
Is it giving Phaedra though? Like is it like, oh my god, another Phaedra situation?
No, not at all.
Okay. He picks Rob. Okay, you guys, Rob is from Love Island season 6 USA, and I was so excited about this. Like I didn't know if he was going to be good or not. Like he actually he's really surprising me. What did you feel?
Yeah, I'm actually so geeked and happy because he's like such like a little boy. I don't know how else to explain it. And as we see his personality, this is going to be one of those things where Rob, unfortunately, because the Love Island fans are crazy, and Rob got a lot of shit, right? And he got a lot of hate. So he just went back to his regular life and stuff. And I feel like obviously this is like completely different, but Tom Sandoval got a lot of hate with the Ariana stuff. And after he went on the show, it kind of helped fix his image. And I feel like this is going to be something where it absolutely helps fix Rob's image. And it's going to be something very, very positive for him.
For sure. Like I kind of got the vibe of him, even if he wasn't faithful when he's not, he was gonna be like the Dylan Efron of the season. And
Yeah.
you know who I think is trying to be like the Dylan Efron is like a Colton or like a Steven, but we'll talk about that. And like it's like they almost want to be like that, like the faithfuls leading the faithfuls, you know? It's just like but they're trying a little too hard, especially Colton, not really Steven,
Yeah.
but
I don't think so,
Colton.
Steven, at all.
Yeah, Steven's a good guy. And then
No,
we
I think
do
that Steven is he's not trying to. He is going to be the Dylan
yes.
Efron. I think
Yeah.
Colton is just probably trying to
Annoying.
be a lot of things.
Yeah. Then they picked Lisa Rinna, which like I was like annoyed that they picked two housewives to be honest, but they picked Lisa Rinna to be another traitor, and she is a traitor. Like I think like no matter what, if I came in the show and I saw Lisa Rinna, I would be like she's a traitor. And so I would be annoyed if I was Lisa to be a traitor because I feel like she's gonna be the first one to get out of them three, in my opinion.
I don't
Um,
think that.
you don't think that? You think Candace will be?
Yep, I absolutely think Candace will be. I I think I get why they picked Lisa Rinna. So then they shouldn't have picked Candace if that was the case. I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't have two housewives as it. But you know what? I think it's because every single season they always like bring housewives and everyone always like assumes a housewife is a traitor and a housewife really never is. I could be wrong. There might have been one, but
Phaedra,
oh,
it was only
Dolores,
one.
Dolores was, but like they have not seen them put two housewives in. So I think I don't think anyone will suspect that, but I don't know. I think Lisa Rinna, just watching her in the first 3 episodes, is doing a good job.
Yeah, but I just think like yeah, I guess she's staying under the radar for sure. But I don't know, for some reason she reminds me of a traitor. Like she would be that type of personality, you know, where
Yeah,
like
for sure.
she's like not too emotional, she's not too like to whatever. Where I think Candace is being very opinionated, you guys, very, very like she's leading the roundtables, which I think that's her problem. Like you could have your opinions, but you shouldn't be the one leading it because like it's almost like you kind of are deflecting a little.
I think they're going to catch on Candace so quickly because she is the loudest. At the end of the day, when there was a mission where they had to do a murder in cold sight or however it was, she was the one who's like, let's do
Conga
a
line.
yeah, and she was the one who said that. And when Rob ends up bringing that up, the other Rob, and he's like, "Who started it? Oh, you were the one who started it." Did you notice, Chantel, that Mark was in that conversation?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yes, but Mark has yet to say anything.
So he's probably waiting to like hold on
I
to
think
it.
so, unless he's like honestly a dumbass. But let's go through the other list and then other
Yeah.
like hot things that
Well,
have happened.
Well, like, I guess what we could talk about too is like the new rule. So like in the beginning, we do see that like the first thing that they do, and they haven't done this yet on the other seasons, is that they pick a traitor while everyone's watching. And I thought that was very interesting. I didn't like that the traitors didn't know who that was, but like you could see people's faces. Like it would almost like you would assume like, oh, they just made a frown, or they just got excited that whatever they were. Like that was cool that they chose someone while everyone was watching. Did you like that new twist?
I don't like it because I feel like it's not fair for that traitor.
Yeah.
And here's why, because when there was like speculation, I think it was like in the first episode. I don't know if it was like towards Candace or whatever it was. I'm not quite sure. Like they could all have each other's back and then shift the opinion and be like, well, no, you know who I think it is, and you know why. And so I wish the traitor that they chose, they knew who it was so that they could have their back as well. And instead of them being like on their own, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, what you were referring to was before all the traitors found out who each other were, Candace did put Lisa Rinna under the bus, which was like,
oh
so
yeah,
weird.
this is exactly what I mean. Yep.
Yeah. And so like, but then she owned it to Lisa Rinna. She's like, hey, by the way, I put your name on the bus. But it's like, yeah, like see, like people wouldn't be deflecting on other people if they knew that she was a traitor for sure. So
and she said like, I'm going to shift it to make sure that no one thinks it's you. But if she had continued that because she didn't know Lisa was actually a traitor, then that would be crazy. The crazy thing is though, usually on the show, housewives come together no matter what, they have each other's back. So the fact that Candace was willing to throw Lisa Rinna's name under the bus is crazy.
I know. And then you'll see the whole Portia thing. And then like, like I feel like they're not being like that because maybe they feel like they won, because last season, like they got rid of the housewives so quick, so fast. And so maybe they're just like, we shouldn't be all riding together. But because
the other two housewives that are on think the opposite. Yeah,
I know. We have 3 more. So we have Caroline Stanberry. She's from the Real Estate of Dubai and London. We have Portia Williams is on there as well. And then we also have Dorinda. Dorinda came back, which was like, to me, Dorinda coming back is annoying because and like the way that she was acting, everyone knows she's a faithful. So like no one's gonna get rid of her right now. Like it's just kind of like she's there.
What if I told you that 2026 is the year you launch your business? Maybe you've got an idea you just can't shake, or that hobby that everyone in your life is telling you to sell. Taking that first step and finally taking action can feel impossible. But with Shopify, all you need to turn your dreams into your new future is at your fingertips. Make 2026 the year you transform into the entrepreneur, founder, and boss you were meant to be. And the one powerful move to make it all happen is starting your business with Shopify. Shopify gives you everything you need to sell online and in person, giving you all the tools to easily build your dream store. Choose from hundreds of beautiful templates that you can customize to match your brand. And you can set up quickly with Shopify's built-in AI tools that will help you write product descriptions and headlines, as well as edit product photos. Millions of entrepreneurs have already made this leap, from household names like Gymshark and Mattel to first-time business owners just getting started. Marketing is built in too. You can create email and social campaigns within Shopify to reach customers wherever they are. And as you grow, Shopify grows with you. The same dashboard that you start with will evolve as your business does to handle more orders and expand to new markets. In 2026, stop waiting and start selling with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. That's shopify.com/realm. Hear your first this new year with Shopify by your side.
The war is over, and both sides lost. Kingdoms were reduced to cinders, and armies scattered like bones in the dust. Now the survivors claw to what's left of a broken world, praying the darkness chooses someone else tonight. But in the Shadow Dark, the darkness always wins. This is old school adventuring at its most cruel. Your torch ticks down in real time, and when that flame dies, something else rises to finish the job. This is a brutal rules-light nightmare with a story that emerges organically based on the decisions that the characters make. This is what it felt like to play RPGs in the 80s, and man, it is so good to be back. Join the Glass Cannon podcast as we plunge into the Shadow Dark every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/theglasscannon with the podcast podcast version dropping the next day. See what everybody's talking about and join us in the dark.
I'm Mandy.
And I'm Melissa, and this is Moms and Mysteries.
We're two Florida moms obsessed with true crime. From infamous cases like Ellen Greenberg to shocking Florida stories like the Dan Markel killing.
With 55 million downloads, we bring you new deep dives every Tuesday and Thursday.
Listen to Moms and Mysteries on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
From the darkest corners of our imagination comes a game show that's more ridiculous than terrifying. Welcome to Tickled to Death. I'm your host, Roz Hernandez, and I'll be guiding guests through the creepy questions and chaotic games, all to win the ultimate title of Horror Movie Champion. Listen to Tickled to Death wherever you get your podcasts, and hit follow unless you want the show to follow you.
From the parents behind Law & Order comes a mystery the whole family can enjoy. Patrick Picklebottom Everyday Mysteries. Step into the whimsical world of Patrick Picklebottom, a precocious 11-year-old with a love for reading and an uncanny ability to solve mysteries. Inspired by the beloved children's book of the same name, this podcast vividly brings Patrick's tales of deduction and everyday adventures to life as he unravels baffling enigmas and solves clever cases. Patrick Picklebottom Everyday Mysteries is perfect for kids and is just as entertaining for grown-ups who love a good mystery. The whole family can listen now, wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, I think that Dorinda is such good TV that they're like, she didn't get the opportunity, but I don't think Dorinda's about to come here and show the good TV she is because she doesn't want to get kicked out.
Exactly.
So was there a point of bringing her? Probably not.
Sorry, Dorinda. No, like I feel like it's kind of stupid. Everyone knows she's the faithful, unless like they switch her mid-season and make her like a traitor or something like that. I do think it's silly that she's there because it's just like, I don't know, like getting rid of her would do nothing for anyone, and then also like everyone would never vote her on the round table because they know she's the faithful.
Right.
We have Colton Underwood, the Bachelor. Me and Roxanne kind of talked about him a little bit. He's being annoying to me because he thinks that he clocks things, but all of his assumptions are wrong so far.
I hate Colton for so many reasons because he went on The Bachelor and, I respect that he came out, but he also went on The Bachelor and lied to all these women, knowing that he wasn't straight. And I don't think that's okay. And he also stalked and harassed the person he chose, his ex-fiance. And so to reward someone like that by coming on the show, I just am not okay with that. Like a lot of women are in situations because of men like this. So why would we reward someone like that? I just don't understand that. And I cannot believe he has a platform. And I look sideways on it. Like it's actually super upsetting.
No, I agree for sure.
And he's annoying. He's so annoying.
Annoying, you guys. I mean, not as annoying as someone that we'll talk about next, or in a couple people after. But then we have Eric Anam. He is a K-pop singer-songwriter. I had no idea who he was. Did you know?
I had no idea. No, but I think that's really cool.
Yeah, K-pop is so big. So especially the like that. Yeah. We have Johnny Weir.
And he has, so he is, but no, not the he's not like K-pop who is from that movie.
No, not Demon Dragons, but K-pop as a whole.
Oh yeah, no, he's in that group. Like, okay, I'm sorry, I just wanted to clear. He has the most followers out of anyone on the show. With
you guys,
followers.
It's crazy. K-pop is so big, like everywhere,
especially
and like
there,
and he's in a boy band group.
Yeah.
We have Johnny Weir. He's an Olympic figure skater. No idea who he was. I'm pretty sure you didn't either.
No, I did not.
He's gonna be gone soon. So.
Did you look up something?
No, but like I'm just saying, like he's either like people are gonna think that he's playing dumb because like in that challenge where he couldn't even come back with the skulls on time. He was the only one. People are gonna look at him like, "Are you good?"
Yeah, but still, people like him stay.
We have Kristen Kish. She's a host of Top Chef. I like her. I knew who she was because like obviously she's from Bravo. And I watched a couple shows. I think she's gonna last far or she's gonna get out really fast because they're gonna think she's smart too.
Yeah.
We have Rob from Survivor. He's already got out, you guys, which sucks because again, they think we'll talk about it, but they think he's very smart. Like he knew right away. He's like, there's a
Clocked
killing.
everything.
Yeah, like it's just so crazy how these gamers know.
So I want to talk about this because when they got assigned to do a murder in front of people, which is something that they've done every season, so a lot of people know it's coming, he literally clocked it and clocked that it was happening then and there when it was actually happening. And then
he told Candace.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing. He told Candace about it. And the thing is, Rob was the one who was going to try to make it happen. So Candace didn't know what was going on. They just needed Rob to figure it out. And then they had to do the murder in plain sight and everything. And he ends up telling Candace, and then he's like, so usually it's like whoever distracts that one person that is the traitor or whatever. And he's like, you started what is it called?
The conga line.
Yeah, he tells her, you started the conga line, right? And then Mark Ballas is right in between them, okay? And it's so crazy because that did work. And obviously they've been talking about doing one. Someone must have said that they never did one. And she's like, this is the perfect opportunity. Immediately, I would have clocked that. This is what I mean about Candace. Like, she's playing this game so wrong. I would have immediately clocked that. I would have like for sure been like, something is up right now, that she started that. And so she does that. Rob gets it. And then he gets cards about the options he's allowed to choose on who could get murdered. And that guy, Rob, who's clocked everything, it's not like Candace and Rob, the one who's a traitor, talked about it. And it's not like she said, make sure you get Rob out of there. It's not like any of that. So that was the thing that I was like, maybe they're not going to murder Rob. I hope they don't murder Rob. But so what ends up happening is Lisa Rinna and Rob, the traitors, they are playing chess. And they're like, this is the only time we're going to be able to communicate. And while they're doing that, we do see a flashback of Rob coming in. And it's like they suspected that Rob is like super smart. And they're like, let's just murder him. But it's just crazy to me that they ended up choosing him and they had no idea how he clocked Candace.
I know. It was very serendipitous for them. It's like they're having a lot of luck on their side being a traitor.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I was like waiting for Mark to be like, this is weird or say something, but he didn't. And I was like, if he really just did not clock that and understand, I am so confused here. And before that, Portia had gotten let go, and we'll talk about that with the Michael. I guess let's talk about that first.
Well, no, we're almost gonna be done. We'll get to it. Yeah, we'll get to it because then I do want to talk about the round tables and all that kind of stuff. Well, you said Mark Ballas, but do you think Mark Ballas is smart? He's from Dancing with the Stars. Do you think he was like you're right. He might not be paying
Absolutely. I
attention.
think he's incredibly smart.
Okay. We have Mara. She was from Love Island. She also was.
God.
You guys, this is so funny. Like, do you think she wants Rob? She was also from Love Island with Molly May. She was on that season. And so I don't know if like she is gonna make it far.
He's like not that smart. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, you guys, this is the most annoying person, Michael Rappaport. Why does he want to, like, do you think that they all got paid the same amount and he wants to be let go? Because why is he being so obnoxious? Why is he the most obnoxious person I've ever seen on my screen? Why is he like this, you guys?
I honestly think that he's always been this obnoxious. Like, that's how his personality is. He's very like out there. He's someone who always has an opinion on women. And I always side eye those people, especially when they're so intense about it. So I will say, while I find him to be very obnoxious and annoying, I don't mind him on the show. I find it to be very interesting. And I find that the traitors will use him as like a person to be like, we'll keep him around because like we'll just keep him around because people are going to think that he is a traitor and always throw him under the bus. And he's not going to figure shit out. Like, he's literally, everyone hates him. He's not going to figure it out.
Also, by the way, when you said the whole Candace thing, another good strategy sometimes is that you might know who a traitor is, but you don't want to get them out right away because it's too early in the game. And like you keep them because like you want to know who a traitor is at the end, so the faithfuls win. So like I would, if I knew I had a gut feeling about someone being a traitor, I would want to keep that to the end too.
Yeah. I would be pretty strategic. But I'm like, I was waiting to see if Mark would say anything in confessionals, but maybe he's too scared to say that, or maybe they're not going to say anything.
Yeah. We have Monet, who is from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah,
I didn't know them. We have Natalie Anderson. She's from Survivor, and didn't know her. And
Nope.
then we have, I think that's, oh, and then we have Ron. Ron, who's a comedian. Like, I loved Ron so far. I feel so bad for him. We'll talk about that kind of situation. Ron was the one that was with Mama Kelce, and I felt bad for him. And
Oh, I
we're
feel
gonna,
horrible
we're,
for
yeah,
him.
we're gonna talk about that. We have Steven from One Tree Hill. We obviously know him. Isn't it funny that, well, isn't it funny they put One Tree Hill, which like he's from Laguna Beach in the hills, but they put
Yeah.
One Tree Hill. Like, he was literally on like 2 seasons of One Tree Hill.
He's so good looking. And there was like a mission where if you earn this like token thing, you can sit back and not put your body into the labor and you get saved and whatever. And he was like, I'm not going to be able to do that. And then like sit back while like these women are out here like working their butts off their bodies. And then I'm there sitting there like a king. My mom didn't raise me like that. And then guess who the fuck does that? Colton.
Yeah.
Colton does that. And I'm like, oh, I can't stand you. And then Yam Yam did it too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We have Tara Lipinski. She's an Olympic figure skater. I don't even know if like she was like the one girl. Tara was the one, I think, watching Rob and Lisa play chess, and she kept
Oh
watching
my
them.
God, that
And then
was so awkward. I thought they
I
were gonna
know,
take her.
I thought like I was like, is she clocking something or is she just watching them? Like, it was just weird. We'll see what happens with that later. We have Tiffany Mitchell from Big Brother. Did you know her because you're good about Big Brother?
Tiffany, yes, I did know her on Big Brother.
Okay. Was she good?
Yeah, she was.
Okay, and then we have Yam Yam. So Yam Yam is from Survivor. Yam Yam and Michael Rappaport literally have like a problem with each other. It's really Michael having a problem with Yam Yam and is being so annoying. Do you think Yam Yam is giving traitor? Before we found out who the traitor was, the secret traitor, did you think it was Yam Yam or no?
Kind of, but like, you know what it is? Yam Yam is like the type, it seems like, who's very emotional. So he's just like freaking out. And just so you guys know, if I came onto the show, if you know Candace, she cannot control her fucking emotions at all. Like, she cannot control these emotions. She's so out there. And if anyone was smart, they'd be like, wait, Candace is like someone who freaks out. She's so emotional. How come she seems so relaxed on this? And if she was immediately, if that were me, I would clock it and be like, because I've seen Candace on TV, I see how she cries every day, every second. She's so nervous. Like, I would be like, she's so relaxed, and no one's relaxed on this show unless like you are a traitor and you're feeling confident. And I would have immediately clocked that she's a traitor, because for someone so emotional, she is so relaxed and feels so good, despite like on the challenges, so relaxed in every aspect that she shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's so true. So like, I wonder if like the housewives are clocking her.
You guys, she has like this Kleenex that she always clings to because she's always crying. And
it's called the corner Kleenex. She puts in a triangle, puts it in her corner of her eye.
yes. So what? It's crazy how no one's clocked that.
Okay, let's get to we're gonna get to, well, we find out Mama Kelce too. So we find out Mama Kelce at the very end. Okay, we'll not talk about that. But do you like how when you were watching the first 3 episodes, did you feel like Mama Kelce was a traitor? Like, how did you feel that she was doing stuff and how she was like, integrating herself? Like, did you think she really was nervous and fangirling, or do you think that was her strategy?
I genuinely believe that she did feel out of place and she felt like she didn't even like deserve to be there, which I don't agree with at all. I thought she was great casting, and her sons are so relevant right now that's great. I would love to see the mom of 2 relevant sons. Like, I think that's interesting.
And your future daughter-in-law is Taylor Swift.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Sorry.
But I mean, I honestly wouldn't suspect that she's a traitor. I would have been like a Dorinda who's like, honestly, I've talked to her. I think she's pretty nervous, but I would also think she is scary. Like, she's very scary. She doesn't talk. She just kind of looks, and I'd be like, are you okay? Like,
Yeah.
like, if I don't know, Taylor, if that was my mother-in-law, I'd be a little scared.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely doesn't give me vibes like Taylor's mom. But you know what's funny is that like I think what she should have done was like maybe not play into. I don't know if she even played into being like that mama bear, because that's like what people kept coming after her is like, you could be America's mom, and like America's mom would be a traitor, and it's like, but she wasn't even leaning
That's
into
what I'm saying. Yeah, so I really didn't believe she was a traitor.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So, okay. So one of the biggest things that we get into of why Portia ends up getting eliminated during the roundtable, which we'll talk about, is that during the challenge, or the first challenge that they had to put basically coffins into someone's name, and all these people were just being shady, and like they kept tag teaming with different teams and saying, I won't put in your guys' teams, but then everyone was just like lying, and ended up getting into like 10 people's coffins, and it had ended up being Portia. One of them ended up being Portia's too, and so this made Portia and Candace have a conversation in the car about like why was I targeted, and then Candace told her that Michael is coming after the housewives. So
This is
Candace
what I mean about
yeah.
Candace. Like, how are
So-
people not clocking it?
I know. So Candace told Portia, and Michael did say this, okay? Michael did say he's going after the housewives and the gamers. He said it in the first episode, but he said it as a general thing, and like he's so dumb because like all you do is talk about housewives. Like you should be the alliance of the housewives. But anyways, he says that he's going to go after the housewives and the gamers. That was said, but Candace tells Portia that he did that during the challenge, okay? Because Michael and Candace were on the same boat, and so Candace goes and tells, or Portia goes and tells like other people, or goes and confronts Michael. And Michael's like, I didn't say that, and goes crazy. And Michael, like being Michael, he brings everyone around and like confronts Candace and tells Candace, like, why would you say that I said that when I didn't? And Candace tells Portia, you misheard me. And this was very scary. I don't know how no one was like, that was weird. That was a weird exchange. And why Portia didn't pipe up more. But because she's like, you did tell me that. But Candace kind of did have she's like, I said Michael said that he was going after the housewives, and other people did hear that about Michael too, because he said it in front of multiple people, not just Candace. So like she kind of got lucky that her story was a little bit like iffy, if that makes sense.
But if you know Candace, you know that something like that would make her freak out. Where if she was like, she'd start having anxiety and be like, oh my gosh, if she was a faithful, she'd be like, people are gonna think I'm a traitor now, yada yada, and freak the hell out. But she was so calm about it, and I'm like, how are no one's clocking this about Candace?
I know. So then the other issue that Portia ended up having was like in front of Mama Kelce and in front of Ron, she kept saying things like, I killed Ian, or if there is 4 traitors, like making it fact. But she like was having these slip ups, which I thought was weird too, because like if you're faithful, why are you having like these
like her saying she killed Ian was crazy.
I know. So like, why are you having these problems? So like that was wrong of her to do. So like when it got to the first round table, everyone was going to come after Mama Kelce. Like a lot of people kept saying Mama Kelce, and which is crazy that everyone was saying that from the
There
first.
must have been other stuff we didn't see that people thought it was Donna. Yeah, there had to have been.
I know, that's right. That's a good thought process, because like, why were they all saying that from her? Just because she's being more reserved. Everyone is quiet the first few episodes or the first time, because like a lot of people are quiet and just want to take it in. But then Ron came up with this like idea to say like, I think it's Portia and these are the reasons. And they ended up getting Portia out and she was a faithful. The only thing that was interesting about this one is that Lisa Rinna did vote Portia. The only thing that kind of saved Candace's ass is Candace spoke up for Portia and was like, I don't think it's Portia. I think you guys are wrong. And she didn't vote Portia.
Yes. Yeah. And that would have saved her, because immediately when Lisa voted Portia, the other housewives, Caroline and Dorinda, were both like, wait, why would she already go against the housewives? And that right there should have been the biggest red flag to them. And
100%.
That's a good thing. I want to talk about what Portia said after. So I just want to, now that we know that Portia does end up leaving because Ron did convince everyone, and Ron had valid points. Like Ron did have valid points. So I get why he did. And Donna, Mama Kelce, did end up saying, like fighting for herself a little bit, but she never was saying like, I'm not a traitor. She was just like, you guys are going to waste your vote. And that's really all that she said. And because of the valid points Ron made, she ends up leaving. And so Portia spoke on it in her exit interview. And she was like, she basically said that the reason that she said I killed Ian is she's like, we were talking and we were saying like, let's think out loud if we were a traitor. So she said, if we're traitors, we already killed Ian. So she said that she said we.
The Regency era. You might know it as the time when Bridgerton takes place, or it's the time when Jane Austen wrote her books. The Regency era was also an explosive time of social change, sex scandals, and maybe the worst king in British history. Vulgar History's new season is all about the Regency era, the balls, the gowns, and all the scandal. Listen to Vulgar History Regency era wherever you get podcasts.
Look, there are a lot of celebrity interview podcasts out there, but there's only one, Happy, Sad, Confused. I'm Josh Horowitz, and yeah, I'm the host of the show, so I'm a little biased, but truly, Happy, Sad, Confused is the place for nerdy and intimate conversations with all your favorite actors and filmmakers. From Andrew Garfield and Scarlett Johansson to Christopher Nolan. Casting what-ifs, backstage stories, and much more. Listen to Happy, Sad, Confused on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
There are vampires out there. They're beside you in the darkness, but what people don't understand is that they're not monsters. They're just going to work, living their unlives. But we are a dying breed. Those who came before me, they are fearful and are not content to sit back and just disappear. And they'll do anything to fix that. From the creators of Parkdale Haunt comes Woodbine, a podcast about monsters, dreams, and changes, those you want and those you never saw coming. Season 2 arrives September 24th, distributed by Realm.
From the podcast that brought you to each of the last lesbian bars in the country and back in time through the sapphic history that shaped them, comes a brand new season of cruising beyond the bars. This is your host, Sarah Gabrielli, and I've spent the past year interviewing history-making lesbians and queer folks about all kinds of queer spaces, from bookstores to farms to line dancing and much more. You can listen to Cruising on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes air every other Tuesday starting February 4th.
There are names that echo in the world of true crime, names that carry unanswered questions. Oakley Carlson, a 5-year-old girl who deserved safety, protection, and love, yet the system built to protect her failed, and Oakley disappeared. Her community still calls her name.
Or Ellen Greenberg, found in her locked apartment with 20 stab wounds, a case declared a suicide. But how does a locked apartment tell two different stories at once?
These are not just cases we have covered. They are people. They were loved, and they mattered.
Their stories deserve to be told with care, with depth, with truth.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Ricky.
We are the husband and wife duo behind Crime Salad.
Every week we uncover stories of the missing, the silence, the misunderstood. We ask the questions that were left behind. We refuse to let these stories be forgotten.
Because behind every case is a family holding on, a community seeking answers, and a story that deserves to be heard.
We invite you to listen to Crime Salad,
your healthy portion of true crime, wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to Mick Unplugged, the #1 podcast for self-improvement and modern leadership. I'm Mick Hunt, your host, and I'm here to challenge your why and fuel your because. This is where leaders, entrepreneurs, and go-getters come to level up. Each week, I bring you unfiltered conversations, game-changing strategies, and the kind of motivation that transforms lives and legacies. I've learned from legends like Les Brown, Damon John, and Robert Irvine. And now, I'm bringing their lessons, along with mine, straight to you. From modern leadership tips to creating unstoppable momentum, this is the podcast that redefines what's possible. Hit play, subscribe, and join the millions who've made Mick Unplugged their go-to source for growth and greatness. Because your next breakthrough is just one episode away. This is Mick Unplugged, the voice and face of modern leadership, entrepreneur, and self-improvement. Let's get started.
Do you guys hear that?
Oh, that's our podcast Ruin, brought to you by me, your host, intrepid horror movie freak Hallie Kiefer.
And me, your resident scaredy cat, Allison Leiby. Join us each week as Hallie forces me to listen to the twisted plot of yet another bone-chilling horror movie.
From classics like The Exorcist and The Thing, to the latest releases, to the most disgusting films on streaming, we ruin them all every Tuesday, wherever you get your podcasts.
So come join us, and until then, we beg you, please,
keep it spooky.
Oh.
He said, so I'm talking to my team out loud, and he took that one sentence, decided to use it. He coupled it with, oh, she knew it was for traitors. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense. If one person was chosen already outside, which is something new that Alan is doing, and he normally chooses 3, that will make it 4. I don't have any inside information because I'm a faithful. So I was just sitting there looking at him like, who are you and where did you come from? Go back to wherever you came from. And then I was thinking, if he's a traitor, he's going really hard at a faithful, which is not really a good move because now you're going on the radar as he was. Because as soon as he sent me home, everybody looked at him and was like, oh, now we're looking at you.
Yeah, that's like where Ron's strategy like really backfired on him because he came in really hard, and then on top of that, like what we'll talk about is like Donna being a traitor. It makes him look so bad. It's so bad. Like that they need to eliminate him no matter what, just to
Well,
get it out there.
I want to talk about a situation also with Portia that we didn't talk about. When she did confront Candace about saying that, she asked Maura, you were in the car. Did you hear that? And Maura was like, I didn't hear anything.
She's
And
so
so
lucky that Mara was like acting like that.
yeah, Portia talked about it and she's like, I knew that Maura was not going to back me up because the name of the game is to lay low and you don't want to be in the drama. So I understood that she wasn't going to have my back. But Candace, I did not think that coming out of the gate, another housewife would lie on me or lie to my face. Because in this game, there's a sisterhood. That's why we're fighting the people who are hunting housewives. The sisterhood is there. So if you're ever in question and you need an ally, you have one there. We can't necessarily trust the gamers. We can't trust the comedians. We can't trust the actors or the athletes. So when we come here, we're supposed to stick together. So when she flat out said, oh, he didn't say it that night, he said it yesterday, I'm like, I know that's not true. You literally said he was on the boat and screamed it, put a housewife in the grave. I knew at that point, okay, Candace, you must be a traitor. But I didn't want to go after her because she's a housewife and I'm supposed to give the benefit of the doubt. Unless I was going to be able to bring hardcore truth or bring in another witness, which I did not have because they were also being strategic, I knew that I could not come after her. So I knew that something was funny about her and I knew that she had lied. And I know now that Michael was telling the truth, or is Michael a part of this as well? So it was kind of crazy. It was a crazy moment, but I had to just kind of chalk it up and note it and not do anything about it just yet because she was a fellow housewife, which I feel like that's what Mark's doing right now with the stuff he knows about Candace.
Yeah, but then also the one thing I will say about Candace is like she had to cover her ass in that part, so she kind of did have to throw her under the bus and say like, no, I didn't say that. But what she did redeem herself at the round table, saying, "Do not vote for Portia. Portia is not not a traitor."
Yeah.
So I feel like it sucks because she had to like she almost wished that like Portia didn't go back and tell Michael exactly what happened, and then like but then because she confronted him in front of everybody that Candace had to do what she had to do. She is a traitor, so she had to protect herself.
Okay, and another thing is Portia said that she suspected Donna was a traitor from the very beginning, and the reason she
Wow.
says the reason was because when I met her, she was like, "Oh, I'm a fan. I enjoy the show," and I was like, "Oh, I love you too." I still was like, "I don't trust you though. You're gonna kill me, and you're gonna kill me with a smile and go bake some cookies." And I said it from day one. I was telling everybody, "Hey, when you're going to the round table, I think we should all aim at Donna," and that's why a lot of people were saying Donna because me and some other people kind of put it out there. So I just had a feeling, and it was right, and we could have made history. I'm still upset that we could have made history. You got rid of the most faithful of the faithfuls. I mean, I'm up there rallying for all the faithfuls, rallying for all the housewives, and I'm the one you get rid of. And I told you all the game. I told you there's 4 traitors. I told you Donna is a traitor. What else do you want? And she says, at that moment, I can only but think that everybody was working for themselves and they needed to get rid of a stronger player.
Oh, that makes me sad because like that it is true how she clocked it. And the one thing that she did say also during the roundtable, I think during breakfast is like, stop going after the loud people. Just because we're loud does not mean we're traitors. And like I
Well,
totally agree with that.
and so is it like Michael too.
I know, which is like that's why people like probably like, okay, you're being too loud, so you're not a traitor. But it's like if you're loud, they want to go after you right away. Which like then you guys should know the game a little bit.
I wanted to talk about how Colton and Rob are, because I think this is interesting too, is that Colton and Rob are talked about how Ian, before he left, was underselling that he won Big Brother, which is something you said, that he was like, I did it by luck. So they asked, like why he did that. And he said, I couldn't hide that I won Big Brother. And I just said, look, I'll be straight up about that. I also realized that in winning any season of these reality game shows, there's a lot of luck that goes into it. So I just realized, look, things broke that way. That's just the reality of the situation. They did. And so that's the thing. I wasn't really underselling it. I'm just kind of being modest and saying this is really what the experience is. And that's what it sort of came down to a lot of the time. But that's how I approached it. I was a little concerned going in because I did study a lot going into this. I didn't have a ton of time, but I studied and I had realized that faithfuls who were perceived as intelligent were getting murdered pretty early. So that was something I had noticed. And I said, okay, well, we do want to undersell our brain power a little bit. And that was something that I think if I had done the opposite, I would have been in as just as much trouble. So it goes back to him saying like, there's nothing I could have done. I would have landed here.
Yeah. First, I agree, unless he had became like a traitor himself.
Yeah.
It does suck.
Right.
But those are interesting, like getting the perspectives afterwards.
I know.
We then get to Anything else happened in the first episode that you thought that was interesting? I don't think so. Then the second episode was kind of like what we talked about a lot. It was like they had to kill a person in plain sight, and then that's when they got rid of Rob, the second person. And so he was the person that the traitors got rid of. Also, is like, did you like how that one traitor got to write 4 names down? Like, I didn't love that either, because it really does, like, it really skews the game, because like that could be a gamer and always writing down the housewives, and they have to get rid of the housewives, or vice versa, you know?
I
Like,
don't like that either. Yeah. So the one traitor that no one knows who else is a traitor gets to choose an option of
yeah.
who the traitors could be, like, and give like her names on it. And like, for example, when it came to Rob R, like, I wanted him to stay. He was clocking things. I feel like he would be so interesting, but he was one of the 4 options to leave. So it's not like, Lisa and Rob and Candace, who were traitors, like, have this like long list. Like, they have to choose from 4. And it's like, I wonder if they didn't have to choose from just 4, who they actually would have picked,
Yeah. I do think the 4 that she was picking was really smart, and that's like where Donna was like kind of being strategic. She always went for the smartest person.
Yeah.
Which was smart. Then we do get to the third episode.
Well, so I want to
Oh,
talk
yeah, go
about
ahead.
I want to talk about what Rob said after the like this post interview. So
Okay, so Rob is Rob from Survivor that got out. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep, Rob the survivor is the one who gets murdered in cold plain sight, and he said that the murder was happening. He knew that it was happening, and then he's the one who called out Candace and confronted her. So they ask him, you saw the conga line forming, which made you suspicious. There was a murder in plain sight. Who did you end up making your suspicions known to, and why? He goes, I found myself very trying to look out for the people that I was working with when I was at the castle. And I saw Tiffany, who was the person I was the closest with in the game, and I was able to find her. And when I saw the conga line break out, I was able to get Tiffany into the other room. And then I had been very close with Mark and with Candace. And I saw them in the kitchen, and I said, oh, good, my friends are in here. And I went and I wanted to warn them, hey, I think there could be a murder in plain sight going down tonight. And Candace had mentioned a couple of times earlier, before she actually got the conga line started, she was trying to gather support for, hey, we're going to do a conga line. And so then I was like, oh no, Candace, you're starting the conga line. So when I said that, I was really trying to say, no, but I don't think that you're a traitor. And then after that conversation was over, upon going to bed, I really started to think, oh, I may have really put my foot in my mouth with Candace. I thought that Candace was actually a very good chance to have been murdered if she was a faithful after that. She was really leading the charge against Donna. And I said, if Candace is still there when I wake up and go to breakfast, I think that Candace might be the traitor. And then they asked, like, okay, I want to get more into the dynamic with Candace. She does have an emotional reaction to your murder, which she doesn't even know about until the next morning. What was your relationship like? And I just want to say, the reason I feel like Candace had a reaction is because she felt relief in that moment that
100%.
he got taken. Not because like she wanted him to stay, that she felt relief and said, thank God I didn't know. And now I feel so much better because he was like onto me. And then so he says, I have so much respect for Candace. I got there and I was not super familiar with her before I got to the castle, but immediately I identified her as incredibly intelligent and talented. And I just thought she was such an important player in the game. And so he talks about that. And let me see if there's anything else interesting.
It's so interesting how like that was like his friend. Like, how fast do they become friends? Like, do they like see each other on the plane or something, that they're like becoming that close and becoming that like really good friends?
Yeah. He says the person he thought was a traitor was Yum Yum. He thought Yum Yum was and he thought Tiffany was a traitor. And he did not think Natalie was. So he thought Tiffany and he thought Yum Yum was a traitor.
Oh, he thought Yam Yam. That's so interesting.
But I thought Yum Yum too.
See, I know. I thought that way because Michael was making it that way, but like I don't know. It was just like he was also a person that's like loud, and I didn't 100% believe
Yeah.
that he was a traitor, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, look how they didn't say Lisa.
I
So you think she's
know.
playing right, and no one is suspecting Rob. Like, not one person is
Right.
suspecting Rob. He is, you guys. He is playing the best game I've ever seen in my life. He's doing so good. Like, him being from Love Island, where no one really knows him. Like, I don't know. He's just doing he's doing unreal. He's
Right.
doing like amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing work. But yeah, we get to the third episode where like it sucks. They have to pair with people, and you have to trust that person that you're paired with and during the challenge. And this is where it gets a little bit, again, this is where Rob, I think, is playing such a good game, because you have to sit inside of a cage and wait for your partner to get you out. Out of the 3 traitors, Rob is the only one that didn't sit inside of the cage, which like there was someone that did say, like, I'm looking at everyone that's sitting inside these cages and thinking, are they the traitors? Because they know no matter what, they're not up for elimination. And like stupid Candace and Lisa Rinna went into the cages. Did you think that was interesting?
I didn't clock that actually.
Yeah, because like if you know you're not getting eliminated, like why do you care if you're in the cage or not? But like
Right,
Rob
right.
was smart and played for it and was like, no, I'm not going in that cage. Like
Yeah.
acting like he's a faithful, like that he wants to make sure he's not up for elimination no matter what.
Right, right.
Even though he got his partner out, like he did great on that. But this also, poor Ron does not have a partner, and during this elimination either. And then they later, I think this was after, but they later they do end up getting out Donna Kelce, who was she up against during this time? Oh, Michael, Donna, and who was the other person they thought was a traitor?
I forgot.
Yeah, it was just between really them two, and I think Colton was the decision maker, and he ended up obviously picking Donna, and she really was a traitor. Like, were you shocked when you actually saw
I was
that?
shocked by how much Colton was going after Donna, and it was pissing me off because I was like, "Why do you keep going after her?" Because it wasn't he in football too, and I was like, "Why do you
Yeah,
keep going after
exactly. Like
her?"
even if you like even if and like I love how everyone was so scared of the Swifties, but even if you were like in football, like you should have like a little bit of respect and not be like going so hard at her. Like if I was Travis or Jason watching the show, I would literally want to call Colton and kick his ass myself.
I know, me too. I would feel the same way. I'm like, "Why do you keep going after her? Like, you're so crazy," and that would have just made me so mad. And also, if I was like, I would have straight up been like to Donna, "So tell us about Taylor Swift." Like, I would have like so done that. And no one did that. And I was like, "Why is no one doing that and stuff?" But
Maybe we'll see. Did she make an exit interview or no?
no, I don't think I'm looking for one, and I don't see her exit interview.
Maybe she won her son's podcast.
Yeah, but also no, they have to do this exit interview. But so the thing with Donna though is they're keeping her.
What do you mean they're keeping her?
Didn't they say at the end they said that they're still going to keep Donna and that she's going to be the one who says were they just explaining that she was the one who picks like the 4 names?
Yeah, no, they were just showing like her life as a traitor. Like they showed us like how she actually picked the 4 names and what she did and like what her life as a traitor was.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, because they didn't even show much to that.
I know, and I think I was texting, I was like saying like it probably was, no offense to Donna, like she wasn't that interesting about it. Like she was so matter of the fact, and like maybe that's like why people kept suspecting her too. It's like she was so like stern, like she really is scary a little bit.
She is like, if that was my mother-in-law, I'd cry. I'd be like, "Laying up, girl. What's wrong with you? Like, laying up."
Yeah.
She's a little scary to me. I don't even know how else to explain it. Like, are we sure that's their mom? They're so out
Yeah.
there. What the hell? Yeah, and yeah, I don't see an exit interview from her, so maybe not. I thought that they were still keeping her and she was still going to be able to do that. And obviously, she was just really a horrible traitor. And the way that she went about things, every single person clocked and stuff. So I guess she deserved it. I was so shocked to find out she was that traitor, but again, I don't like that it was like a secret thing, because and especially after 2 murders or 3 murders at that point, because I'm like, that's bullshit. Like no one could have shifted to anyone else. So I felt really, really bad about that. But I mean, it kind of made like even like Candace and all of them for going after her, it made Candace like look like she's not a traitor, because if she was a traitor, why would she go after Donna so heavily so soon?
I know,
That's
exactly.
why I don't like that either. I felt really bad for her, but Colton pissed me off so much because I was like, "Why are you coming for her so strong?"
If he doesn't leave within the next couple episodes, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh my gosh, he's so annoying to me. I do not like him, you guys. It's really bad that I don't like him, but I just don't. But yeah, I think overall it's really, really good. How are you feeling overall about
Love
it?
it. I can't wait for Thursday's episode.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I'm so
No matter
curious.
what, the game is going to be good, and I do think they picked interesting people, and I think and I actually like that this season the traitors are sticking together, because like last season with Rob coming in from Survivor and he like went after a traitor right away. Remember, he went after the traitor like episode 3. It made them all like not trust each other, and I didn't like that. Like I kind of like that the traitors are sticking together and wanting to win together.
Yeah, no,
because traitors have not won yet. It's always been the faithfuls that win.
I know.
So.
I thought it was good. Let us know what you guys think about it. I'm super interested to hear, so let us know. We will continue recapping Traitors and do those like post interviews as well. Maybe we actually reach out to like Ian and them and see and go from there. I know that they're like really busy right now, but I think that's a good idea because that's how we got some interviews last time. So that would be a good idea. But thank you guys for listening. Let us know what you guys thought about Traitors, and we can't wait to talk about it more.
Bye, guys.
Welcome to Mick Unplugged, the #1 podcast for self-improvement and modern leadership. I'm Mick Hunt, your host, and I'm here to challenge your why and fuel your because. This is where leaders, entrepreneurs, and go-getters come to level up. Each week, I bring you unfiltered conversations, game-changing strategies, and the kind of motivation that transforms lives and legacies. I've learned from legends like Les Brown, Damon John, and Robert Irvine. And now, I'm bringing their lessons, along with mine, straight to you. From modern leadership tips to creating unstoppable momentum, this is the podcast that redefines what's possible. Hit play, subscribe, and join the millions who've made Mick Unplugged their go-to source for growth and greatness. Because your next breakthrough is just one episode away. This is Mick Unplugged, the voice and face of modern leadership, entrepreneur, and self-improvement. Let's get started.
If you love those, wait, what? moments, you'll love Something You Should Know. I'm Mike Carruthers, and on my podcast, we explore the fascinating ideas hiding in plain sight, like how elevators change the entire world, how gravity affects your health more than you think, or how to instantly become a better conversationalist. Each episode is fast, fun, and full of insight you'll want to share. So give it a try. Search for Something You Should Know wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is dedicated to my younger self because she really needed it. She couldn't keep a man or a job. Welcome to Broco Therapy. I'm your host, Stephanie Macon.
I'm your co-host, Rose McAleese.
Every week we dive into dating, sex, and relationships.
Who doesn't want like best friend kind of deep conversations?
It's about creating a safe space and just having a good time while listening and also crying a little bit.
I think there's nothing better than listening to a podcast and crying.
Yes.
That's how all podcasts should be, is you crying silently to yourself.
And that's on therapy. And I just want to say that we are not professionals, but we bring professionals on the pod to therapize us, to give us some advice. Listen to Broco Therapy wherever you love to listen to podcasts, and head to brocotherapy.com for all the info and the links. Therapy is too expensive, but this podcast isn't.
Broco Therapy. Hi, I'm Brandy Basanti. For the last 15 years, I've starred on one of the most successful reality shows of all time, Traitors. On my new show, The Real Reality, my guest and I will reveal the real story of what it's like navigating fame and notoriety. Because it's my show, I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. No filters, no rules, no network executives. And I believe that's what the world wants. Raw, real, authentic, and I'm gonna fucking give it to you. Though success is great, being in the public eye can come at a cost. Oftentimes, what you see on camera is not the real reality. On each episode of my show, we'll sit down with a different notable individual from the world of TV, film, sports, or internet fame. We will explore their unique story, what really happened on and off camera, how becoming famous has truly impacted their lives, and what their vision is for their future. In a world obsessed with celebrity, followers, and subscribers, the true story is often lost or even buried. This show will reveal what really happened. This show will reveal what people really felt. This show will reveal what fame is really like. This is The Real Reality. Subscribe now, wherever you get your podcasts.
It's ticklish business any way you look at it. Come on, we'll stick together.
Love movies? Love classic movies? So do we. Ticklish Business is the podcast where classic film is discussed in modern times. Hosted by me, film journalist Kristen Lopez, and my co-host, author Emily Edwards, we dive into the golden age of cinema with fun, heart, and serious expertise. As published film historians and lifelong classic movie buffs, we bring insider insights, deep research, and lively debates with a variety of special guests, ranging from celebrities like Holly Madison to TCM luminaries Dave Karger and Eddie Muller, and even family members of old Hollywood legends. Subscribe now to Ticklish Business on your favorite podcast app, and let's talk about old Hollywood today.